And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Purdy now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and 8. Purdy. And his throw is incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Purdy looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now receiver in motion left. Rodgers will throw for it, and this will be caught. As they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Purdy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Up the middle, Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One quarter in the books, 8-3, our score.
Hey, take 26. Hey, take 26. Over 50. Hey, you block over here. Come.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Over 50.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 2nd and 11 now. Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Purdy. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated grooves. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 626.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, you block over here. 50.
Rodgers now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The slot man in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Eight yards to go on second down. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Got a man. That's Lazard. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Throwing here, Purdy. touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 10 yards out. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Fielded just outside the goal line. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
On first down, Rodgers. Dancing to his pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3, now here's second and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
26. Hey, 88. Inside. Yeah. 26.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop it for a loss of 4. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, 626.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Now Rodgers throwing on 4th down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
88.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 4th down, Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And again, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked up and said, applaud.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Slot man moves right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That good for 19 and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Purdy. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Wow. Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow, wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And, oh, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters. And the officials say, yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT.